Hello guys, good morning. Welcome. How are you guys doing? Good morning, Andrea. Good to have you here. Not bad, not too bad. Excellent. Okay, thanks God. I hope your family it's okay. Okay, how about the rest? Good morning. Welcome to another reading class. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you a lot. Okay, I'm just waiting for the rest of you, and then we can start. It's awesome. Okay, I hope you guys have listened to the track according to this unit. Remember, we are about to finish the stories about the book, and then we are going to move on to another dynamic. So stay tuned. Excellent. So there's nothing left. I'm going to start. I was telling you, thank you. Welcome back to another reading class. It's a pleasure to have you here. Today's class, we are going to see about unit 11, unit 12A. Yesterday we saw 11B, but today's class it's about unit 12A, which is a cure for cancer. A cure for cancer. Okay. So keep in mind this. We have found different aspects, different theories, different discoveries in this case that we can associate with today, right? Because science has advanced and we have a lot of discoveries. In this case, we are going to see again, in this case, another skill, which is understanding an author's use. Oops, I misspelled the word. But in this case, author's use of quote. Quote, you know. Let's see, what is that about? All right, let's get into the topic. This is the cover. You have the idea about this because I assume everybody read this one. And we can start. Okay, if you have questions, please get in touch with me through the chat. Good morning, Melly. Good. Good morning, Abby. I didn't see your response in this case. Okay, I got it, Melly. No problem. You can give me a hand, no problem, with the other ones. Okay, bond. This is part of the vocabulary. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look about vocabulary. Bond. You can imagine what's that about. Especially, it's talking about figurative. Okay, emotional. This tells us about emotional tie, right? Something that you cannot lead in this case. You don't want to give up about something. Or we can find another context, which is restraints. Another way to say control, reserve, or limiting. In this case, talking about chains and ropes, right? Something that you cannot live by yourself. You need help in this case. So here's my example. This is just to understand better the context. My example given is the prisoner struggled. Struggle, as you know, most of you know, that is another synonym of fight. Struggle to free himself from his bonds. Good one, right? So you can consider this one and you can appreciate. You can create your own ones to have a better understanding about this. And then, no question about this? Any questions about bond? If you have question, okay, then I will let you know. I will know if you are agree with that. Excellent. Thanks, Melly. Let's see. This one, I consider that it was necessary to write it down. Okay, thoroughly, thoroughly. In this case, it's kind of through, right? The root word is through in this case, but in this one is it changed a little bit, changes a little bit. Exhaustively, which means exhaustively about what? Or it's an informal way completely when you check something thoroughly, right? Exhaustively, and you see every detail. So this is amazing. Okay, and totally. Okay, here's my example. Mr. Watson checked all the details thoroughly. Imagine that. Mr. Watson is very uh, in this case strict, right? So he wanted to check all the details thoroughly. This is another way to say, okay? I hope you guys can understand it. No question? So far so good? Okay. Remember, at the end of the class, I'm going to be taking the attendance list. So just to have a, can we use it as a verb? No, in this case, it's like an adverb, Abby. In this case, it's like an adverb. This one needs, you said about bond or the other one, or this word, thoroughly. Okay, about bond. Let's see. No, it's another way to say like a complement. So you have this, you need the verbs as well for bond, because bond it is talking about, or which means like you cannot take out something, right? You have the necessity of that, so it's a emotional tie, but in that case you need a verb. And what I meant to say is that bond, it's like a complement. Okay, thanks for asking. It's like a noun. That was the word. It was like a noun. Okay, just to keep in mind. Good. Thanks for asking. Okay, allocate. Allocate, which means, distribute or share. In this case, share, to give something. Especially in the reading, you will find, or you found about amount of money, right? So here's my example. We are waiting for the finance department to confirm how it will allocate funding. So they are waiting for a response, a special response. Or the other one is the most common. That teacher allocates each student an exercise book. It's like a distribute, right? Distribute in this case. That was the word. Okay. It's when you assign, yes, we can say that like that. It's like a assign something, to provide something that somebody else does. Okay. Let's see. Okay. In this case, I would like to speak shortly about this, the reading skill, which is understanding an author's use of quotes. You guys know perfectly what a quote is, but in this case, we can classify with this, with two commas, right? When you highlight something, a definition, you will find here like a definition, like a thought, like an idea, another way to say. So let's see. Let's take a look. For example, authors sometimes enclose certain parts of a text within quotation marks. That was a word. And an author may use quotes for various reasons, various reasons. Here we have, such as to indicate a definition, that's the most common, or another way, the verb transplant means. For example, this is the example about indicate definition. The verb transplant means to move an organ from one body to another one, to another. Or we want to highlight a memorable phrase. For example, Dr. Christian Barnard was known as the film star surgeon. So you wanted to highlight something, right? A thought, a phrase, a memorable phrase. In this case, you can use the quotation marks. Okay, whenever you want to use it, it's important, but to have the idea that you are indicating something, indicating a definition, or indicating or highlighting something important, extremely important. Another way to say, to show that a quote is a person's exact word. In reported speech, okay, I know you guys know that topic. So reported speech, you use a lot of quotation marks, which means you are repeating what the other person said exactly, right? For example, he once said, the prime goal is to alleviate suffering, not to prolong life. And the other one is to indicate a title or of a short story of chapter from a longer work. It depends. You can use it for these ones or different aspects that you can search through internet. Okay, no question. Let's get into the skills work. Let's see. Okay, here we have. What we have to do, guys, is look back at the reading on pages 193 and 194. And we need to underline, we need to first look for and the underline the words and phrases that are in quotation. This is pretty easy. And we're going to make a scan right now. Okay. For that, I have added the pages, those pages. Okay. Who can help me, please, this time? I need your help. Let's see. Who can help me this time to identify where the author have used quotation mark? When we can find it in the first page? I'm speaking about page 193, right? So let me check. Most of you are writing, okay. Yes, by reading that in this case. Andrea Guzman says in line 25. Dwarf, yes, that phrase, exactly, in line 25. Thank you. First we say exactly, thank you. Thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. Okay, so what you have to do on your book is this. Underline this phrase, dwarf, in Greek, and then the author explains, right, what this means. Refers to a nanometer. Interesting. Okay, got it. We have one. What about the rest? Let me erase this to continue. All right, we're done. About this page, where do you think the author has used quotation mark again? Which line? Let's see, I'm reading your answers. Please participate as much as you can. Okay, let's see. Melly says since line 30 to 31. Okay, let's see. Nanometers wide, understanding that, yes, exactly. Science of small may eventually allow doctors to diagnose. Okay. Let's underline that. Okay, here we have, exactly. This is what we are doing, right? Identifying where the author has used the quotation marks. Thank you, Melly. What about the other one? Thank you, Abby, again. Something else here? Not right. So let's move on to the next page. Let's see. What can we find? I'm going to erase it. Okay, hope you guys are copying this. Okay, I think this is the last one. Where is the last one? Who can help me? Which line? Specifically, which line? Okay, Melly says is in line 96. Is that true? Let's check it out. Okay, let's check it out. Or line, okay, line 95, 96, and 97, between those. Let's see. Yes, and it's evolving quickly. Even a decade ago, many of these applications would have seemed pretty unrealistic. Yes, that's the use of quotation. Exactly, thank you. Let's underline it. Okay, this is interesting because we are making a scan, right? You guys know perfectly what a scan is, or what is scanning. Exactly. So that's it about this. That's it. Let's continue with the next. Thank you for the ones who are helping me. Thank you. Okay, I invited to the rest of you to help me again. Okay, let me fix it something to continue. Okay, let's see if you have read the story. Let's see. Reading comprehension. Okay, I need a volunteer, please. Who can read these statements? These statements. Who can read, please? You can activate your microphone. You are allowed to use it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to participate. Go ahead, Melly. It's all yours. Thank you.
Okay. What is this reading mainly about? Letter A, a fantastic voyage within the human body. Letter B, how nanotechnology can be used in medical science. Letter C, the danger and side effects of nanotechnology. And letter D, the various ways of detecting cancer.
Good. So somebody has the answer? Okay, Andrea says it's letter B. The best one is letter B. Avi, yes, definitely. Thank you, girls. Is that one, letter B, how nanotechnology can be used in medical science. Yes. Thank you, Melly, again. Okay, number 2. Let's see. Let me read it for you. How big is a nanometer? The size of a comma, the same size as quantum dot, or a billion nanoparticles wide. Or the last one, 1/1000th of a meter. In the story, it was mentioned. This fact was mentioned. So you can find it. Let's see. Some of you says letter, okay, letter C, sure, or letter D. You are close, Joshua. You are close in that case. Cerca, cerca, but it's not that one. Okay, is the other one. It's letter D. Yes, 1/100000th of a meter. Exactly. Thank you. And the number 3. Okay. Another volunteer who can read this one, please, for the rest of the class. A boy or a girl. It doesn't matter. Who can help me this time? We have Brandon, we have Charlie. I'm speaking about boys, right? Joshua, Julio, and Pablo again. Okay. Okay, let's see. Any volunteer? Please don't be afraid. Okay, thank you, Abby. Thank you for that attitude. Okay, let's see. Read it, please. Number 3.
Okay. In line 44, the word determine could be replaced by A. Discover, B. Report, C. Miss, or D. Hide.
Okay, so in this case, according to the context, the word exactly determined, in this case, determined is, yes, is that one. Letter A. Thank you, Abby. In this case, thank you, Melly. It's letter A. Okay, I ate one part of the reading skill. So let's go back just a few minutes. Let's go back to the second part of the reading skill. I omitted. So we need to reinforce it, right? We need to do it. I'm going to erase this. Meanwhile, I'm going to erase this. Okay, just let's go back quickly. Okay, let's see. This one, yes, letter part B, part B. I'm speaking about part B. So choose the most likely reason that the author used each quote. Speaking about this word, wharf. So to indicate a definition, this means the authors wanted to indicate a definition or to highlight, letter C, or B, to set off a title. To set off a title is like it's the same as highlight, to set off. Set off. Or to express a person exact word. What do you guys think? We need to underline. What's the best option for in this case? I'm going to give you a hint. It's between letter A up to letter C. Who has the best answer in this case? Please don't be afraid. Charlie, Julio, Brandon, you can write. If you are afraid to speak, you can write. Okay, some of you says letter A. Yes, it's that one, to indicate a definition, exactly. Good, we have one. Second one, science of small. This is a phrase. Okay. This is a phrase that the author used. It cannot be to indicate a definition, right? But probably is to set off a title or to highlight a memorable phrase or to express a person's exact words. I think this one is a little bit easier than the other one. Yes, in that case it's letter C. Number 2 is letter C, to highlight a memorable phrase, science of small. He was speaking, the author was speaking about how science has discovered certain things. Okay, what about number 3? Thank you, Melly. Would have seemed pretty unrealistic. Okay, this is the quotation, the use of the quotation. The author refers, in this case, refers to indicate definition, to set off a title, or to express a person's exact words. This is a phrase that somebody said, or in this case, the author. Yes, it's letter D, to express a person's exact words. This is the most common example that where you can use quotation. Remember that. Good, thank you. We're done. Okay, copy this, and then we can move on. All right, we're about to finish this part. Let's continue. We have time. Let's go ahead. Okay, we were here, yes. Okay. All right. Wait, hold on. Okay, exposing human cells to large amounts of nanoparticles has no effect, should remain a priority, or is how cancer can be treated. Or letter D, can result in 50% self-death. Exposing human cells to large amounts of nanoparticles. What do you guys think is the best one? Let's see. Charlie, are you there? Celeste? Fatima, good to have you here. Who can help me this one? Number 4. Okay, Abby says is letter D. Letter D. Andrea says letter D. We're talking about number 4. Number 4. Who has another answer? In this case, it refers to letter D. Exactly, letter D. Like daddy. Can result in 50% self-death. Interesting fact, right? What about number 5? Let's consider this one. Which of these statements about nanotechnology is not true? Something not true. It could lead to early diagnosis of cancer. Doctors could potentially use it to destroy cancer cells, or it will allow doctors to avoid destroying healthy cells, or it is completely safe for humans and animals. Okay. They discovered something about nanotechnology, right? But be sure about something which is not true in this case. B or D? That's the thought in this case. B or D? Number 5. In this case, it's letter D again. Thank you, Pame and Abby. Letter D. It is completely safe for humans and animals. Something not true, right? Okay. We're done. Let's check it out. We are good. Right. Let's go ahead. And the last 2 statements, number 6 and number 7. Another volunteer, who can read this one, please? Who can read these statements? Another volunteer. Don't be afraid. Go ahead. I'm going to be requesting you to activate your microphone if you want. Go ahead. Charlie, are you there? Celeste, are you there? Can you help me this time? Okay, wait. In this case, wait. Someone that has not participated, has not usually participated. Kayla, can you help me, please, to read number 6? I'm not asking you to activate your camera, I know. You are comfortable, you know, but I'm not asking you that. I'm just asking you to activate your microphone to speak. Yes? All right. Well, Nelly, go ahead. It's all yours. I'm sorry. Wait. I didn't see it. Okay, Nelly, the next one, please. But in this case, Pamela, go ahead, please. Activate your microphone. Number 6, read number 6. Thank you.
What is the main idea of the next next to last paragraph, starting line 84. A, nanotechnology has not proved useful and most scientists want to research health. B, scientists want to see research into nanotechnology continue, but carefully. C, Nanotechnology is so useful that many governments are investing in research. B. Many scientists think that nanotechnology is too dangerous to be permitted.
Thank you. Okay. For you, Pame, what's the best one in this case?
I'm not sure. Maybe
Mm, don't be afraid. Just say something. Just say something. Then we can fix it. No problem. We are learning. We are learning.
C, letter C.
Okay. Now technology is so useful to many governments. You are close. You are close. But in that case, let's go up. Let's go up. It's the other one. Letter B. Scientists want to see research into nanotechnology continue. That's why they were interested in continuing, right? Thank you, Pablo. No problem. Okay, Melly, it's all yours. Number 7. Thank you in advance.
Okay. In the last paragraph, Vicky Colvin says that even a decade ago, many of these applications would have seemed pretty unrealistic. What does she mean? Letter A, nanotechnology has evolved a lot in the last decade. B, 10 years ago, nanotechnology applications weren't very realistic. C, some of these applications are 10 years old and so not very useful. And D, in 10 years, there have been few realistic applications for nanotechnology.
Thank you. What do you think is the best one?
Me?
Sorry, B or D?
B. I mean D.
D.
Dog.
Okay, no problem, no problem. That happens, that happens. Okay, with the expression would have seemed pretty unrealistic. So she wanted to say that nanotechnology has evolved. Number is letter A in this case, letter A, evolved. Evolve is another way to say, or it means develop about science and nanotechnology. Exactly. Thank you. No problem. No problem. Evolution, yes, another synonym. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, we're about to finish. Thank you. Let's go ahead with the last part of this class. Okay, we need to use the words. In this case, no problem, Melly, I have written the words. So I need someone can tell me in the chat or speak out. Let's see. Cancer is one of the biggest killers, yes, definitely, in the world today. And finding ways to prevent and cure it is a medical, what's the best one? Inject, radical, priority, bond, allocate, multiply, meanwhile, through, priority, yes. Let's check it out. Some of you say priority. Thank you, Abby. And Andrea, yes, and Melly. It's that one. Good, good try, nice try. Every year, governments and private companies, what? Bond? No, right? Radical? Allocate, yes. In that case, is the other one, allocate. Remember, allocate means to provide or to support someone, in this case, with amounts of money, with money. So, according to vocabulary, oops, I step in. But I gave you, okay. One development, well, for the ones who saw it, right? One development with a lot of potential is nanotechnology. Some scientists claim that it will be possible for doctors to bond, radical, multiply. What's the best one? This is vocabulary. Inject, yes, is that one. Okay, nice try. What about, okay, continue, nanoparticles into a patient's body to find and attack cancer cells before these unhealthy cells. It's easy, right? This is a pretty easy one. Multiply. Yes. Multiply. And I'm sorry. And the other one is bond. I'm sorry. And bond. You know, like rope. In this case, talking about, and this will become a tumor. Wow, it's very, very interesting. If I wouldn't have been a teacher, I would have studied to be a doctor. I like science, honestly. Okay, let's go ahead with the next one. Okay, Nelly says it's letter, it's mingle. Yes, it's mingle. What about number 7? New way to what? Sorry, I can see it. New way to detect cancer, use dogs. Radical? Let's check it out. Yes, new way to detect cancer, use dogs. It works of the fact that many animals' sense of smell is much better than that of a human. The method hasn't been, the word thoroughly tested yet, exhaustively, right? Exhaustively, completely tested yet. And this is the other one. Okay, you can copy them. Okay, 2 minutes left we have. Continue. Second part, okay. I don't remember if I make this. Okay, in this case, match the words in the box with the definition. Okay, something that is 3D as the most important thing. Let's see if I have the word. Priority again. It's the first one. Let's check it out. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't write it. So, Melly, can you give me a hand, please? Number 1 is, yes, priority. Thank you. Okay, to give to someone for use a particular purpose. What do you guys think? Insert? No, right? It's allocate. Thank you. Thank you, Melly. Ximena, thank you. Good try. Allocate. Thank you, Andrea. Number 3, covering a wide range or area. Yes, I know. You guys know it. Thank you, Andrea Guzman. Thank you, Melly. Okay, it's extensive. Extensive is another word. Okay, the last 2. To place or fit something into something else. I know, you guys know. Insert. Yes. Insert, in this case. Insert. Nice try. And the last one, during the time a particular thing is happening. It's a period, right? That something is happening. A particular time, a particular thing is happening. It's meanwhile. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Pame. Okay. Hey, Ximena, good try. No problem. Okay. Thank you. Guys, okay. We just finished the class. We just finished. So take care, you guys, and please have a good one. Don't forget to send me your homework. Please don't forget to send me your homework as much as you can. Please don't forget to send me your daily homework. Thank you, guys. Have a good day. Thank you for the ones who are always helping me. Thank you.